They are literally saying it out loud now. They are not hiding it anymore. In August 2025, there was an executive order that was created to allow your 401ks into private credit, private equity. But I want you to think a little bit differently. I want you to put a different lens on it and learn how the game actually works. So you're not the victim every single time, and you can learn to profit from these markets instead of seeing the unsuspecting public's retirements get destroyed every single cycle. Remember, 2000, dot-com bubble popped and it destroyed our grandparents' retirement. 2007, the bubble popped. It destroyed your parents' retirement. Why does it happen on one day? Who takes the liquidity? But I'll tell you what, on both of those times, the 1% became extremely wealthy. And now today is a historical day, June 12th, 2026, the largest IPO in history that is going to make Elon a trillionaire. It has nothing to do with Elon. This has to do with the fact of what just happened historically today. Is your 401ks, because the executive order last year, can now be pulled up into private credit, private equity. Private credit or non-bank financial institutions, very loose regulation, are under massive, massive pressure right now with interest rates. So think about this. There was cheap money, printing of money and low interest rates for a long time, which created a massive bubble. The stock market's at 69 trillion. We produce 36 trillion. That's a gap of all fake money. That's all credit. So you have many companies that are on the stock market that shouldn't even be surviving. So why the hell would they say, why would we pull people's 401ks? The 401k ecosystem is $49 trillion. So if you don't have access to cheap money anymore, you can't just print into oblivion and borrow at low interest rates and pump up all these stock values. Well, shit, let's just take the general public and put their 401k into private equity, private credit. There's a big difference between that and the old system. It's harder to look at balance sheets. It's harder to see how the company's actually doing. And many of these companies are propped up just on debt, fake money. And the stock market is propped up on about 7 AI and tech companies that are feeding each other. I'm not saying you can't profit from these markets, but if you don't know what the hell you're doing, you don't understand the new infrastructure of the financial system, and you don't know how to get out when it's green, when you're in profit, and get in when it's red, then don't get in. But if you take your time and you study what's actually happening, I'm telling you guys, today is so historical, it's unbelievable. There's gonna be the first trillionaire. Money is going to move at the speed of light. So what I've done is I've devoted my life to studying what the new infrastructure will be. And I've told you guys my portfolio. I told you guys of exactly what I'm doing. I've been super honest, my wins, my losses, but I do the opposite of everybody else.